Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Neki broadcast. Today we are casting a game from the TGT tournament. I believe it stands for the Grand Tag. So it's something a bit different from what we are usually doing in terms of casting a 2v2 matchup. Now, I'm not an expert in these. However, I believe Dauntless and I used to participate like ages ago in the Grand Tag tournament, and we had, if I'm not mistaken, a very good. I think we even got a prize. I'm not sure if it was first, second, or third. So we definitely got a very good ranking in the tournament. So I do know some things about 2v2, and I will share everything I know with you, ladies and gentlemen, as usual. And we can obviously extrapolate some of the knowledge from 1v1 to 2v2. There was even a Japanese master, I believe he had, I think, 30 or 40. He had won 30 or 40 fights during his life, and his dream was to basically try to apply his strategy in terms of 1v1 fighting to fights between armies, right? It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same concept. Same with a 1v1 fight. A fight between one person and 10 opponents is the same as a fight between one person and one opponent. You just need to eliminate the let's say the idle times. So if they are not attacking you, you have to attack them, and you have to somehow position yourself throughout the fight so that you have one or at most two opponents coming from in front of you. It's really difficult to do, but the point, this parallel with martial arts, is that everything you learn in 1v1 is applicable to any type of game in Wesnoth, as long as you have the basic strategical thinking. You can definitely apply it anywhere. Okay, so now moving to the game at hand. It seems Team 1 will be Boy and Shortcat. I've heard about these two. I'm not sure what the name of their team is, so this brings the question, how did I get my hands on this game? Well, it was quite simple. I went to the forum and I didn't read absolutely anything. I was just trying to quickly move my eyes through the forum posts, and I was trying to identify an attachment, and I saw this attachment. I downloaded it. Have no idea who they are playing against. Let's just find out. So it's Boy and Shortcat South, and they are playing versus Trollo and Hey. I haven't heard about these, so definitely haven't heard about Trollo and Hey. Let me just, yeah. So I'm not going to look them up. Yeah, that's it. Boy and Shortcat versus Trollo and Hey. No idea what happened in this match, and I'm really excited to see what these teams can do. I'm not even sure whether they are good teams or beginners, or so on and so forth. I will give them the benefit of the doubt. They are all masters in my eyes, and let's try to analyze their moves. So you see here 2 scouts, which I guess on this map, I forgot to tell you, the map is Xanti Chaos. So if you see here, we have 14 villages per team. And if I remember correctly, there is an imaginary line here drawn by this river. It's not a straight line, obviously. And this splits the map into 2. So if we start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I would say these 3 villages, right, belong to the southern part, simply because you see here it's kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With the flying unit, you could even take it. And this one is on the southern part of the bridge. Therefore, I believe. So you also can look at these bridges. So everything that's on this side of the bridge belongs to our red team. I'll just call this red team and I'll call this blue team. So everything that's on this side of the bridge is red teams. Everything that's on the northern side of each bridge is blue teams. So the fact that he is Drake enables him basically to fly quite far. So instead of taking his own villages with 2 gliders, he could even take in the beginning this village. I mean, this village again it's on the northern part of the bridge, but paradoxically, it's actually closer to I mean, as the crow flies, right? It's closer to the red keep than this village, which theoretically should also belong to red. So basically, having 2 gliders and being player 1, it means that he can simply park all his scouts and fast flying units. If he has a fast fighter, he could park them in this area, getting a bit more villages than his fair share, and he can have a bit of an extra income. Plus, you can see the exact positioning of their opponents. There's a lot of advantages in going 2 scouts on this map first. So he is definitely trying to fully abuse the fact that he is player 1. So I'm curious whether we will see the same thing from, yeah, there it is. So 2 scouts here from the blue player, so he's trying to do the same. However, he does not have these flying units, right? The Drake fighters, so he's only relying on these 2 scouts. So he will probably get less villages, so he'll probably get this one, and this one. I'm not sure if he can get this one over here. He just doesn't have, I mean, recruiting one more scout, which is a bit silly, so I'm not sure if he can be as effective as Drake. Drake really has. Of course, Drake is, one could argue, a weak race in terms of defending villages, but they do have, as you see, advantage as player 1, at least. Now, this particular fellow here, Hay, went with more classic recruits. Basically said, I'm just going to grab this village with a level 0, and then it will take ages for this level 0 to come into the fight. However, I'm trying to keep my maintenance cost low, right? I mean, I'm not trying to pay for a large army up front, which is another take on this map. He's also probably trying to recruit lots of grunts, so he wants to start recruiting on this keep, which is towards the center of the map, which is fair. By the way, I haven't talked about these keeps towards the center of the map. This is where the fight is going to be happening from. And if we had level, 6 movement heroes, which we do not. For example, if we had here a level 2 Drake fighter, he could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in 2 turns, he could have recruited in this keep and then freed the keep. So it's quite handy. However, we are not going to see any of this here simply because, oh my god. So as I was just saying that, look at Shortcat. He is absolutely recruiting 2 horsemen. I mean, it's the same idea as the scouts, but a bit different, right? Simply because he's absolutely the last player in the game. So these horsemen, they will be pushed forwards, and if blue player tries to do the same move as red player, like park his scouts in these villages, especially I'm talking about this village, right? So these 2 villages are the ones which are paradoxical. I mean, these villages are the one who are a bit fuzzy, right? I mean, it's not clear who should take them. So these villages are up for grabs, up for fighting, right? So for example here, the Drake will probably get this, perhaps even this, and Elf should do the same, get these 2, which are his birthright, let's call it this way, and then he would also get the extra village. However, if the Elf is going to put a scout here, and if he's going to, for example, go here, see the scouts, see the horsemen, and then he's going to think 3 times before he takes this village. So these horsemen here are more of a deterrent. So basically he is saying, you're not going to do the same thing that red. So blue is not going to do the same thing to purple as red is doing to green. So it's a bit risky though with 2 horsemen. It's on the long term is volatile, and this initial village doesn't really matter that much. If for example green is able to take it back relatively soonish, then the difference in terms of income should not matter, at least not that much. But yeah, we'll see. I'm liking these 2 players. They seem to be a bit crazy, so I'm liking them already. So let us see here. Okay. So he recruited a Clasher and a Saurian. And this one must have been quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, maybe he wasn't. However, he didn't even need to be quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he is definitely quick. And then he will be able to grab this, and these 2 will be able to grab these 2. This will be, so he will have like 4 villages next turn. 4 extra villages, 5. That's a lot of income burst. So he will definitely be able to afford, I would say, 1 more expensive Drake unit. Then, I mean, sure, it doesn't really matter that much, simply because a grunt is quite cheap. Green would be able to afford a grunt to match the numbers of Drake anyway. So it looks impressive. It looks shiny, but it's not that effective. Okay, let's see what our elf player is doing. I don't particularly like this. I don't particularly agree to this Merman Hunter recruit, simply because they are one of the most useless units in the game. I mean, if you look at the cost, it's 15 gold. If you look at the movement, sure, it has 1 extra movement point. However, that extra movement point is confined to water. It's not like it can be 1 movement point in every single direction. Also, their HP is absolutely non-existent. It's basically a reason to cry. Just sit next to this Merman Hunter and cry. Look at the HP. It's absolutely ridiculous. So if you think about a 14 gold orcish crossbowman, he has like tons of HP and he deals 6-3 damage, whereas the Merman Hunter, don't be fooled by the 6-3 here. This is only with the lawful bonus, but its base damage, you see here, that's quite nice here. You can actually see the base damage. Its base damage is 5, right? So 5-3, that's just ridiculous, just tickling the enemy unit, not dealing any real damage. So don't particularly like it. However, it's quite, I would say, quite a cogent recruit here, simply because 60% on this village is the best way to defend it, even if it's not a very strong unit. It's quite strong in the context of being surrounded by water, almost fully surrounded by water. So from this perspective, yeah, why not? But I would have liked to see a WoWs, and that WoWs could have, whoever. Again, it depends on also what loyalist recruits. So if here there is no Merman fighter into play, then whoever got this village back would have become a target. So there's 2 ways to play it. You either place a unit here, which can be useful, right? It's a utility unit. So from this perspective, I guess it's fine. I was maybe perhaps a bit too harsh with Trollo, but I guess it's fine, yes. But I would have liked to see a WoWs. WoWs are just so good in 2v2. Imagine, let's say this was undead and a skeleton would have walked all the way here only to meet a WoWs in this forest. It would have been so frustrating and incredibly difficult to counter. You'd say, oh, ghosts. Yeah, sure, ghosts, but so you have a troll. Ghosts are not that effective in 2v2, I feel. There's just too much unit diversity that there is bound to be a ranged unit to deal with the ghost quite effectively. Anyway, let us see here what happens next. Okay, so now he is seeing what's going on. He's opting for a Naga fighter, which I like, simply because Naga fighters are the opposite of merman fighters, and it's always good to have one. Also, going for unit diversity, I would have liked to see 2 grunts, if you ask me. So 1 Naga fighter and 2 grunts, then supplement with archers if need be. However, with him seeing Drake, I guess it makes sense to have some archers into the mix. Now, okay, and we are back. Again, if you send me replays, try to send me replays without curse words. I have 0 tolerance for that. So let's see here what is going to happen. Red is going to grab the burst of income right there. So he's also bringing his leader forward just for intimidation purposes. He's not going to be able to capitalize on this. And as night comes, he will have to vacate these villages quite quickly. Now, let's see what elf is going. Oh my god, he just went for it. So you saw before some frustration in the chat. So he simply went for it. I like this game already. Both these sides are a bit crazy. So he saw 2 horsemen. I'm sure he saw 2 horsemen. There's no way he didn't see 2 horsemen. Probably he just... So as he was taking the village, he saw this horseman here, simply because this horseman also has 9 movement points. So he must have thought to himself, oh my god, what have I gotten myself into? Because now there are 2 horsemen. So I'm guessing that, calling Trollo crazy, it's unfair simply because he did not see the second horseman, right? He does not have guard vision like we do. So I guess it's a nice trap from Shortcat trying to abuse this map. Possibly this village could be perhaps towards this side to prevent further, to prevent such things from happening in the future. But this has just made the game much more interesting. So you see here, trolls moving, trolls, orcs moving forward. Let's look at the village situation here. Boy has 8 villages. Trollo has 8 villages as well. So same strategy in terms of aggressively grabbing villages. And Green has 6 villages. Shortcat has only 4. However, he has not yet played his turn. So remains to be seen. Will he go for the... He's going for English German and he's absolutely missing everything. However, he's getting 2 hits there on the village, in the water, completely unexpected. So that is absolutely incredible. I don't know what to say. I mean, with normal luck, this should have missed, right? This should have missed 1. He got 2 out of 2. And it seems like Loyalist and Drake are trying to muscle their opponents out of this game. So Shortcat has 5 villages. Yes, simply because this scout got an extra village, remember. And also because Shortcat simply didn't get this village. He just wanted to make sure he protects his horseman. However, this horseman can easily be zone of controlled simply because... he will have to have a long swim home, because this merman hunter can simply come here and use his bow, and then the horseman will need to start again the long swim home, which he's not very good at. Extremely interesting and aggressive start of the game. So let us see here what would be the response from Red. Again, it's night now, so the southern team is it has to retreat. So let's see how they are going to go about this. They are absolutely incredible. They are making a stand here. They don't care it's night. They don't care that they are lawful. They don't care that their opponents are one of the most aggressive, chaotic factions in Wesnoth, talking specifically about Orc. And they just say there are not enough units in range of this clasher, and it's a quick, strong clasher. It's not yet night, so you are going to struggle to basically take him out. And this particular Orcish grunt, he might seem like that he is in a great position. However, he isn't, simply because he can't really go around and attack this glider. He's kind of blocked there. So nice line here, nice mini front line here, basically preventing this grunt from joining the main attack. So we only have 2 units on the left hand side. You see, this cannot attack the glider. The Nagini fighter cannot attack the clasher. So there's always like 1 unit missing from being able to attack the glider. I mean, the Orcish archer and the Nagini fighter and the wolf, if it was night, they should have been enough to take out this glider. And I would personally, I would attack the glider. I wouldn't care. Although they are not strong, I don't expect them to do much. Perhaps just get themselves wet and put them in an embarrassing position. This Orcish archer could come here, this Nagini could come here, and this wolf could go here, just for the sake of it. And these units could push forward, trying to cover their friends. But it'll be really interesting how blue and green choose to respond. So, as I said, blocking this horseman here, and Elvish fighter on that village, 60%, good positioning, to be honest, not taking any huge risks. And now you see that this horseman is in danger, and these horses are absolutely targets now. They don't have high defense no matter what they do. These 2 horsemen are useless in defense. So I'm curious whether we will see now the problems that this cav heavy recruit are. Well, I think, again, it's based on my opinion, they might start causing troubles for Shortcat, but it remains to be seen. He is 1 unit ahead because he got that kill. In terms of villages, he is still 1 village behind, simply because he played so aggressively. He just omitted taking this village. I would say full recruit here. This horseman is going to die, unless he commits more units to defend him, which would then endanger those units. Okay, let's see how green decides to play it. Will he go for this glider or not? What would be his target of choice? He goes aggressive there. He only gets 1 hit. However, he does not, you see now, he does not go with the wolf. He just wants strong positioning, and the wolf is there on 50%, better than on 60%, again, trying to prevent these units flying around, doing all sorts of shenanigans. So the wolf now is, well, let me put it this way. Red needs to retreat. If he stays here to just deal with the wolf, his whole flank will collapse. So he needs to go back. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. 8. It's not a joke anymore. So Orc is really flexing his muscle, and he will be able to regain these villages back. Whereas here, with this horse-heavy recruit, I doubt that Loyalist will be able to grab the villages back from blue, but it remains to be seen. Really crucial how purple plays this turn. So as you can see, he has already made peace with his horseman here. Although, if you think about it, that's actually not that bad of a position, because now the only units that can attack him are the Elvish Scout and the Merman Hunter, and if the Merman Hunter attacks the horseman, the Merman Hunter will be on 30%, which would be a terrible positioning. So, yeah, unless this Elvish fighter wants to go for a swim, I guess. Well, the cavalryman got quite a bit of retaliation back. So these 2 Elvish fighters, if they do decide to go for a swim, they can use their bows. And look, this one is dexterous, and they can actually kill this cavalryman with their bows and with the bows alone. And this Elvish shaman could come here on 60%, heal them. And if a fight breaks out, I don't care if these Elvish fighters are on 30%. Loyalist will lose, having lost this cavalryman and this horseman. And with it being night, I don't think Loyalist could sustain a fight in this particular area, even if Elf has the worse positioning. But again, I'm liking the fact that Shortcat is aggressive. This makes this game so much more interesting. Let's see here how Red is choosing to organize his defense, and he is okay. So he's basically saying, I don't agree with this, to be honest. He is fighting for what? For one village here? Not worth it. Not worth it. This Goblin Spearman will take the village. That is basically a free move. Then this Orcish Archer, he had nothing to do. He's going to take the village, right? Nothing to do. Suddenly these 5 units have something to do. They can attack the Drake line. It's not worth it for one village to just... I mean, I'm just talking about this Ogre alone. He dies from 2 hits. So he dies from 2 hits from these grunts. So both these grunts can attack him, and if he's unlucky, he will die. Then the Elvish, everything is Elvish. This Orcish Archer can deal 3 damage to this Drake fighter. So it's, I mean, I would say go full on attack. Try to, first of all, go with this Orcish grunt. See how much damage you would deal with the Ogre. If you do get a hit in, use the other grunt here. Try to eliminate the Ogre. If this misses, then use the Orcish Archer right next to it on 40%. Put some damage into a Drake fighter. Well, depending on how much damage you deal to the Ogre, you might as well use the Wolf Rider to finish, and then have 2 units. Then you might as well use the Nagini fighter here on the Drake fighter. Again, get some more damage in. Then depending on how you want to play it on this side, perhaps take the grunt all the way here, I would say, just to restrict movement of troops on this side to try to kill these 2 cavalry units. So, I mean, just green has just so many things to do right now. And as you can see, he's going into the water, attacking that, eliminating that target, and he's basically saying, this horseman is going nowhere, right? So this horseman is going nowhere. So there's no reason for myself to concern, to have any concern with this horseman. I have units coming. That is basically experience in the bag and resources in the bag, in the sense that resources lost for purple are resources won for blue. So really rational play here from blue. I would have personally liked to see even this Elvish fighter coming here and this Orcish grunt covering from this position. I would have personally liked to see that, because this Orcish grunt is not doing much at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you could argue he's threatening that village, so he is not that useless. Anyway, you saw those 2 units, and 2 out of 2. That is unfortunate. However, that was a risk. You should never, I mean, unless you are desperate, you should never defend with Saurian. Saurians really versus Saurian Augurs versus grunts. Saurian skirmishers, they are also pretty bad versus grunts, although not that bad as Saurian Augurs. Anyway, now they are in a world of trouble. This horseman is going to die. Might as well attack the Elvish scouts, see what can be done. Again, going for the water. Getting some good kills because of the water placement. So, really deciding to fight at night there and pushing the fencer forward. So because they had a fencer, they could do this. Otherwise, whatever unit was here, this unit would have died very sadly and quickly. So he's able to just grab a kill here as well, although that was incredibly dangerous. If that Elvish, if the horseman missed once and it was 50% chance for the horseman to miss, then that Elvish fighter would have dealt tremendous amounts of damage in retaliation. But non-stop action, I love this game. It's absolutely incredible. So it's more action packed than a 1v1 ladder. So let us see here, a red turn, how he decides to deal with his own mess in terms of defending. I would personally just retreat everybody and everything. He is... I don't agree with this. Now suddenly, green units have something else to do, right? They have a target that is not healed. This target has 34 hit points. It's just... I don't agree. He just keeps giving green stuff to do. He should have just retreated way beyond this line and then tried to make a defense where his leader could reach. Now he's fighting all the way up here. His leader is too far away to get involved, so it's a bit odd how he played it. I guess he wanted to lure all this orcish units in this corner, and now the orcish units cannot really contribute to the fight in a meaningful manner. However, they can. I mean, look, so there's just 2 units which were out of the fight. These can still have good reach. Anyway, I'm really interested how blue deals with this fight. Say definitely Archer first, and then take it from there. Oh, so good. You know, he has a level 2. Not the most useful level 2, but still, it's not something to be, complacent about. 52 hit points, intelligent, resilient, dealing lots of damage with both sword and bow. It's something to be taken seriously, especially since he can just come from nowhere and park himself from 60% and basically, like I said, deal retaliation damage no matter how it's attacked. So yeah, he's not taking huge risks. He lost 2 units, he killed 2 units. However, the units he killed, the units blue killed, are more expensive, and blue managed to just keep possession of these villages with him being elf. Drake was able to grab more villages, but you see, it's very difficult for Drake to keep those villages against attacks. So you see, he just gave so much stuff to do. This is going to die, and then more stuff to attack for the green player, more targets. And yeah, this is a scary army that has already killed. So 2-2 here, but if I was to look at, I'm sure, I don't even remember. I think red already lost 3 units and green lost none, something of this sort. So it's going to be, they are desperate at this point. I believe attacking with the spearmen, the grunt, was a mistake. It's not day yet, it's dawn, and having lost so many units, red cannot fight back. It's too early. I would say it's too early to fight back, but let's see here what happens. And as I say that, he just gets 2 out of 2 versus 60%, and he is absolutely demolishing everything. 2 units already, and nice hits there. Is this the 3rd unit? Is the 3rd unit, ladies and gentlemen? Unbelievable. I'm eating my words. Boy is making me eat my own words, and again, I lost. I couldn't see his statistics, but I think he killed 3 units now, and he lost 3 units, so it's not as bad as it could be, and he does have some purple units here to help. However, throughout all this exchange, two losses, 2 kills here, 3 losses, 3 kills here. Green has 1 more village, blue has 1 more village, and blue has 1 level 2 units, so they are able to reinforce more effectively, and they do have stronger units on the battlefield. So it remains to be seen how they manage to play their advantage. So yeah, he's not hitting there, so probably that's the end of that attack. Now, let's see here, 3-3, yes, 40-52, but the units that that orc killed were more expensive. Now, he has two options as far as I see it. One is go full on attack. The other one is go full on retreat. He can't just be in the middle way. So I would say use the orcish archer. Use it here on the spearman, because the spearman is the unit dealing a lot of damage. Finish off the spearman. Try to get one more unit, perhaps the Drake fighter here with the goblin spearman, right? So even on 40%, try to get, so if he gets the Drake fighter and the spearman here, he should be in an okay position, I would say, because these gliders, they don't deal real damage. He should be able to reinforce. Look at his gold. So he should be able to reinforce, and he should be able to maintain the fight. It's worth it, considering that he does have extra villages. So if we look at the village situation, we can see that Trollo and Hay have 17 villages, and Shortcat and Boy only have 11. That's a lot of reinforcements. So if they manage to exchange units here, so I would say if they kill 2 units, I would say it's worth it to just stay in good positions and keep fighting, keep exchanging. So let's see here what happens. I don't agree with attacking the 60%. So I'm guessing he went halfway. He basically said, I'm going to retreat strategically, and then that's it. I'm going to wait for you with healthy grunts in my villages. You want to take risks, take risks. We are ahead. We are reinforcing. Probably again, this was a more calm and a more low risk decision. But now all these units, none of which have died, will be able to deal damage. So I expect the Arbiter going full on onto this grunt, and this unit which should have died will go on this archer. This unit which should have died will probably try to finish off the grunt, or even initiate the attack on the grunt. Or I don't really know whether this one will retreat or initiate the attack on the grunt, but this one can definitely go attack the grunt. This one can attack the grunt. This one can finish off the grunt. Let's see what they will do. So he decides to go for elf instead. Okay. So they got 2 kills there. Purple got 2 kills, one on the Elvish fighter, the other one on the level 0 here. So they did quite well, and now they have morning on their side. So I'm not sure it's wise anymore for blue and green to keep fighting. That's why I said just go full on retreat rather than doing this middle of the road solution, or go full on attack. Try to end the game right here, because they are able to reinforce, whereas red not so much, although he does have some gold banked up. So let's see that full on attack. Okay, I'm really surprised it did not go with the leader, and leader went here and missed, so that was a big miss. So yeah, middle of the road solution actually worked. So we see here Trollo lost 1 unit because losing 1 fighter here, so he lost 1 extra unit. So I'm not really sure he can attack into 60% and 70%. Perhaps he should go for this horseman. He should go for the horseman. So Merman Hunter here on 60%. If anything, the Merman Hunter will lure all these units back. That is a really weird positioning of this horseman. He should go for the horseman. And on this side, he should go back, I guess, unless he really wants to suicide all his archers. You see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 spearmen. That is an army you do not want to play with. This is an army you can only play with if you do have 2 wowsers. He does not have wowsers. He does not have the gold to recruit wowsers. He should retreat, and he should move with this merman on 60%. Try to lure these units back. try to lure them into a defensive position. And this Elvish Rider should go on 60% behind enemy lines, trying to cause chaos, trying to pillage villages and get a kill. I would just play single move. What are they doing? So they have decided to help each other in terms of defending. And he's going for this. I don't agree to this. That is very, very risky. You need Wowz's body. You can't do that. No, you can't do that. 70%, trying to slow 70%. Getting the village, no way. Eliminate the damage. This horseman is absolutely going to shatter you. The horseman is going to kill the archer. Those were some really questionable plays. I was having a good impression about the northern team, but somehow they just decided to throw the whole game away. I don't agree to this mini attack here. It's just going to be... This is just basically meat for all these spearmen during the day. So instead of attacking during dusk, they are attacking during morning. So this is because they took the middle of the road approach, and this is suboptimal. It's just a very kind word. So I would say I'll still see, because every kill is important, especially if they don't get it, then they basically dig themselves into a hole. They at least got a kill on the glider. However, the glider is not the one dealing damage. 4-4, and Drake has the obviously the time of day advantage. If they can kill, yes, if they could kill this, that would be big, but they don't have anybody else to continue the attack. So yeah, they can't. Well, they can reinforce and they can bring the leader, and at one point Red has to, I think they are banking on the fact that Red has to go back and recruit, simply because he has not recruited in a very long time, and they are banking on the fact that if we keep luring this boy Drake Arbiter to fight, then at one point he's going to be he's going to be without units. He's going to be left alone on the battlefield, and he will die because he's overconfident. So I'm guessing this is their strategy at this point. You see, they keep reinforcing. They don't care if it's day or not. A bit surprised that he did not bring his leader forward as well to further intimidate, but I'm guessing he probably has a large bank. Now, as you can see here, Purple did not even think about it. He just went in for this archer. He needs only 2 hits to kill this archer, which is because he's fighting during daytime like he should. I expect this to be a complete massacre. He was unlucky here, but I expect this to be a complete massacre, especially all these 3 units should die. All of them. All of them. So, okay, he decided he's going to kill just these 2 units and the Merman Hunter. Why not? And as I say that, ladies and gentlemen, unbelievable miss. So I had no idea that all this time Trollo was actually banking on Legolas. This is not Momion, this is Legolas, and he is on the battlefield on the fight of the century, and he is basically dodging hits left and right and then shooting from high distance with great precision. And this is how the movie was made. Starting from this game, there's some sort of temporal discontinuity there, but I'm telling you, this is Legolas. That might have just saved Trollo the game, but it's not over yet. There are still three slots from which spearmen can attack. So this basically, this Legolas probably prevented this Elvish fighter and this shaman from dying, simply because he was so tough to kill. Let's see there. So yeah. So now the archer dies, and well, okay, I guess the Elvish fighter is safe. However, he did lose a lot of units already. So he lost the archer, he lost the fish, plus the 2 units in the beginning. It's just, it's looking very, very bad for blue at this point. Okay, more damage here. They are going full on attack, which is incredibly incredibly spectacular. They are not playing around, which I like, and they deserve to win, to be honest. Let's see if they actually manage to do it or not. There is the leader. He said, I don't need to recruit, I don't need reinforcements, I can do it on my own. Will he get oh, he got a hit. That is really important, and probably this orcish grunt will die, and shortly after the orcish archer. Can he get the hits there? He's using the marksmanship. He misses once, doesn't really matter. This particular burner should get the kill right there. Or perhaps he's trying to manage the experience. If he levels up this auger, it will be huge, and he's not going to level up just yet, but he will get the kill with normal luck. Will he get the kill? Yes, he did. And now he still has 2 units, one to hit the orcish grunt and the other to hit the orcish archer, perhaps even use the skirmisher and get a really close to leveling up. However, it's a bit dicey with the Saurian skirmisher, simply because the Saurian skirmisher would need 3 out of 4. Will he go with the skirmisher? That is quite risky. I would have personally preferred to see the Drake fighter going in and just making sure it gets the kill. But let's see, will he get 3 out of 4? He needs 3 out of 4. He needs 3 out of 4, and he doesn't get it, and that's the problem. Now he needs to use another unit, and this unit will become a target, right? He should have just used the Drake fighter. Let's see here. Okay, that is a bit odd. That is not what I expected, but it worked. It worked, so that's fine. And now this Drake burner can get the experience from this orcish archer. However, this Drake fighter is probably dead. What? I don't understand, ladies and gentlemen. What is this move here? Is he trying to basically... Oh yeah, I see now. He's basically trying to protect his Saurian auger. So that's why he can't really get this archer. And this archer, if he goes back, heals, and then gets a kill later on and becomes level 2, that would probably be the nail in the coffin for the Southern team. But this game is all over the place. There's no way to predict who will win next. And you see now here, it's starting to show the fact that Red is scrambling for units. He has 38 gold. He absolutely needs to recruit. He can't even recruit next turn, and Green knows it, and that's why he started fighting during the day. He knows that he can constantly reinforce. He's not even moving his leader. He's just throwing those units forward, and he knows that he can starve the Drake Arbiter sooner or later. If every unit he kills is just so much more important at this stage when Green is really starving for units. To be fair, the Wolf Rider could now simply just go behind enemy lines and try to do some pillaging. That would hurt most. Okay, nice hits there on the grunt. And the Trollo Elvish Druid has decided he has had enough, and he's going to go for this fencer, probably deal some... Okay, good damage there. He absolutely needs to kill this fencer. He's all in now. He needs the hits on this fencer. It's a 60% fencer. What is he doing there? Okay. I would have led with that. Because if this horseman was not slowed down, bringing the leader here would have been an absolute suicidal move. Is he going for the fencer? He must. And all these misses means the fencer is absolutely going to live, and suddenly blue has tons of trouble. I guess he could still go with the archer here and then leave one slot for this level 2 to finish off the fencer. But he needs to go with the archer. He's all in at this point. He's all in, ladies and gentlemen. He got 2 hits, which was like a breath of fresh air. But now he absolutely needs 7-3. He needs 1 out of 3 versus 60%. If this Elvish Rider misses, then that's good game. Will he get the hit? He should, and he gets it. That was a big phew moment for the blue player, because had he not killed that fencer, he would have been in a world of hurt. Now he absolutely needs to cover his leader because, well, for obvious reasons, it's one of the squishiest leaders in the game. So he could use this Elvis fighter to cover his shaman, but I think he will use it to cover his leader. Remains to be seen. Yeah, he's covering his leader there. I'm not really sure about this shortcat swordsman. How many units did he lose? So blue lost 5 units, killed only 3. So let me see the village situation. 7, 8. So they still lead by 2 villages. So it's fine. However, blue cannot really capitalize on the fact that he has higher income simply because he chose to use his leader in the fight. And shortcat might choose the same. However, I feel that Southern team does not have this luxury, because having 2 leaders engaged in the fight means nobody will ever recruit. And Orc is steadily recruiting, and he will be able to overwhelm 2 non-recruiting sides. Oh, forgot about this Elvish fighter, and this is a dead fighter if I've ever seen one. And that should basically really put a dent in this small incursion. I call it even adventure here, because just moving forward with your leader, not recruiting, cannot end well. Is he actually going to do it? Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely Russian roulette. I don't know if these guys are Russian or not, but this is a Russian roulette, because at this point the Orcish archer might die, or the Orcish archer might get the kill and level up. And this is such an important kill. He just doesn't have the patience of taking the Orcish archer back, healing it, and then living to fight another day. He wants to level up now. It's 50% defense versus 30% defense, but he might have these hits as the second and the third hit, and the Drake fighter might have his hit as the first hit. So it's really all over the place, and it is really, really an important fight. Will he get the kill, or will he die miserably? He's going to absolutely. Oh my god, I think his heart stopped for a second there when he missed the first hit. I thought I am sure he thought he was going to die. So absolutely unbelievable there. Level 2 crossbowman. I'm really happy I picked this game at random and cast it. It is these guys are not scared to take risks. I love it. I love this team. Both teams really, Shortcut and Boy, as well as Hey and Trollo. Cheers guys for doing a great game. No matter who wins, I'm really curious who will win. So level 2 archer now, level 2 elvish rider, better village situation. However, in terms of kills, red and purple do have the advantage. However, it does not, I feel that it does not really matter, simply because they have not recruited in ages. So the fact that they have better kill stats, it's compensated by the fact that green has been on top of his keep all this time, pumping cheap grunts into the fight. So let's see there. Is he able? Okay, he's just trying to cut off the retreat for these units. He's not really interested in dealing damage just yet. Okay, he's going to, again, just keep recruiting grunts. He does not really care. And 3 damage there, I guess. He could try to kill this spearman. It's not worth it. Perhaps with this one, he could try to kill the spearman. I would do it. I would personally go for it. It's just a grunt. This is what grunts are made for. So suddenly 6-6, lost his kills. And remember, green has been recruiting constantly. So I think, ladies and gentlemen, this is good game. I think North won this time. And this horseman is saying, I am slowed down, no point in staying to deal more damage. However, he could have gone for the Elvish Shaman. However, he realizes they need to recruit. They have too much gold in the bank. they realize that if they keep fighting as luring as it might be, then they will eventually lose. So here, of course, they have no choice. Get on 60%, deal some blows, see what you can do, see what you can kill, perhaps level up this augur, level up this skirmisher, you know, make the best out of a losing situation. Get another village here, 60%, 60%, 60% here even, I would say. You know, see how much you can delay them by also getting some income. Because now I believe they are even in villages with this move. So shortcat and boy, they have 15. Now they are ahead after taking these villages. So let's see here. Oh, and 3 out of 3 at the right time. That's again, well, even if he did not get the hit, this particular spearman would have finished the job. So 4-7, from this perspective, purple is doing absolutely great because he has extra kills and extra villages right now, and he almost got home to recruit. So I expect him to lose this unit, but he should be fine, I guess. I'm more worried about what is going to happen on this side because Drake risks to be simply overwhelmed. So let's see here. Yes, he's in desperate need to recruit, but he is making a statement here. He's not scared. He's going to kill the Wolf Rider. I don't understand this. He could have just used the Drake Glider first from this position. He could have made sure the Wolf Rider is just, you know, just in the right HP range for the Augur to finalize the kill and level up. I don't understand this unnecessary risk. And now the Drake Glider, you see Drake Glider going second, doesn't make any sense. Guess he wants to level up the Drake Glider as well as the Augur. Guess the Spearman has a nice line and he believes that he will be able to hold the line, but all these units are going to go around, destroy the skirmisher. In too many slots, the skirmisher will die, and then they'll get access to the Augur. There's just too much at stake here. Green will go with absolutely everything forward. So leader's going to go back to recruit. He realizes this is a long-term war, and it's going to take units to fight it. And okay, full miss is there. That's, I guess, a bit unfortunate. Some hits with the, well, I'm a bit confused. If he should have just gone first with the Elvish Shaman, slowed the Spearman down, or I guess it doesn't really matter because the Shaman missed anyway, but he should have just gone with it. He's a bit frustrated. I can feel the frustration here. He just wants to eliminate this target as fast as possible. Oh, it's not funny. It's not funny for Trollo, but this, ladies and gentlemen, this is Chuck Norris of Spearman. Oh, had he leveled up, that would have been a nail in the coffin. I mean, from a mathematical perspective, I think they would have lost the game because they would have been at such a disadvantage. But also from a psychological perspective, right? Because he basically used all his units there and he wasn't able to eliminate that target. And now this Elvish Shaman is wide open for this Horseman. And these units are probably going to die, or most of them are going to die. That was a very expensive kill. He should have led with the Shaman, with the Elvish Rider, and well, I guess he missed quite a lot. So if you look, it's minus 39%. So I guess it's not his fault. However, he could have done it a bit differently. Now, as you can see, he has decided to go for the skirmisher. There's just too much at stake. He absolutely needs to kill the skirmisher. One hit, that's what he needed. Again, one more hit here. It's absolutely crucial. And now I think this Orcish archer has a good chance of killing the skirmisher. He needs one hit, that's all he needs. There is the hit. So I guess the fact that they were so unlucky here is counterbalanced by the fact they could get the kill, which is an incredibly important kill on this village. Now they do need one hit versus 60%. This is again incredibly risky. They do need the hit here versus this Olga, and it will have to be a grunt, and it will have to be 1 out of 2. They just don't have any other option, and it's again do or die. Do or die. They need one hit. They need one hit. They don't get it, ladies and gentlemen. They don't get it. And now we have a level 2 Soothsayer. However, it's not over yet, simply because he does have 2 grunts left, and these grunts will be able to hit the Soothsayer. I mean, will be able to attempt to hit the Soothsayer, right? So it's still an exposed Soothsayer, right? So it's still an exposed Soothsayer, and you see he takes quite a lot of damage. So if he... Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Play single move. So it's quite easy to kill him as long as you hit him, right? It has extra it has vulnerability to blades. So again, as you see, he went from 4 hit points to 7 hit points relatively quickly. So now this one should take the village. They don't have time to play around. They should just take the village. Have another grunt here to play. Make sure that this map will be filled with orcs. Really curious. No, he chose to take this village instead. Leave this one for elf. Sometimes just being courteous towards your teammate is not the best strategy. And these are all grunts waiting to be killed. However, this particular Soothsayer is not going home. He's going to die, and he's going to feed one of these grunts. And that is going to hurt. These two, they need to get really close, yeah, in case the Drake Burner gets any ideas. Yes, good placement there from those units. And now we are going to see an absolutely obnoxious amount of spearmen. Okay, that was a bit unfortunate there. Obviously, he needs to kill as many units as possible. This was the best target for the spearmen. Again, and do we have... Yes, this spearman could finish the job here, and this could go for the elvish shaman, and that would be okay. That is unexpected. So he realizes there is a very menacing ball of orcish units on this side, and he absolutely needs to deal with this level 2. Otherwise, he'll be in a world of hurt. So he realizes he only has this chance now. He will never get a better chance. This orcish crossbowman will be well protected throughout the game, and he's going for it. He absolutely needs to hit. He hits 2 out of 2. 2 out of 2. Unbelievable. Unbelievably lucky. Incredible. But I guess this was a risk he needed to take. 2 out of 2. When he recruited 2 horsemen in the beginning, I would have never thought they would end up being so useful. I mean, this horseman took forever to die, and he killed an elvish fighter, I believe, or I mean, I definitely saw a horseman killing an elvish fighter. So it's just unbelievable how cost efficient these horsemen have been. They must be crying right now. So Northern team must be crying at this moment in time. It's all over the place. Look at the kills from Purple. They are out of control. And now he's going to go for this unit, which should level up, but he's not going to see the time of day, or is he? Okay, he does not hit that much. So now this particular orcish archer can level up. So now it's time from it's Green's time to get his leader involved, simply because he has lost an archer. He needs the other archer, otherwise there's no way to kill this horseman in a cost-efficient manner. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with heavy infantrymen. And I want to see 3 wowsers from blue if he can afford them. Probably can only afford 2, but I want to see wowsers. Horsemen. More horsemen. Just 2 wowsers will absolutely destroy this army. He needs wowsers. Recruit some wowsers, please. Now we're going to see an absolutely bajillion units from red. He decides to recruit chaotic. I don't agree with this. I mean, these grunts, they are so good at dealing with these chaotic units. He should have just recruited fighters. Mass fighters would have been much better. Fighters could have flown in, use their ranged attacks versus these dying grunts, and the grunts wouldn't have been able to attack back simply because they would have died to retaliation, or burners, even mass burners would have been better. I mean, 2 burners here instead of the augers. The burners deal, I believe, more damage than the augers during night, right? And they also deal retaliation, and they also take longer time to die. But burners would have been much better. I don't agree with this recruit. I know it's on paper it makes sense, but I believe burners, considering how much gold he has, he needs a lot of power, right? He needs to basically bring down to the battlefield a lot of powerful units. He can't afford to build up. He needs an injection of power right now. That was an important kill for him. The less grunts, the better. The less grunts, it means the more these units can survive. And nice counter pillaging here. This is an absolute cutthroat of a match. And this has decided that there is nothing left to kill. So why not just go for more village grabbing? And now I believe, ladies and gentlemen, I believe green is all in. Now green's chance is basically to move forward, destroy these 4 units. So try to destroy these 4 units and try to thrive off kills rather than villages, and try to perhaps, if he could level up this orcish grunt, that would be fantastic. So he needs okay, this has been one of the most unlucky shamans I've ever seen. I'm really sorry for I'm really sorry for blue, but now with this slow heavy infantryman, with this spearman not being able to join the fight, you basically have this elvish rider being able to help with eliminating these units. And now I think crossbowman can go back because he has support from the elvish rider, and I don't think elvish rider is even necessary unless he wants to. Well, he could get this village back, to be honest, and he could get this village. He could even get this village. I don't know. It's too risky with a low HP. Okay, so he's helping. He's helping out. That was an important arrow. He did something rather than doing nothing, and he's going to 2 wowzers. Please, just recruit wowzers. I guess he needs an army here to get there fast and contribute to the fight, rather than just win the game straight up with wowzers. The problem with wowzers again is that if red goes for burners, then wowzers are really, 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 really vulnerable. So I can also understand the fact that I would have personally recruited 1 wows in the beginning. 1 wows can't really hurt, but yeah, that is, I guess, a more stable style. I don't really understand here going for the horseman. I guess with normal luck, he should get the kill, but yeah, unlucky there. Good hits there on the burner. He won't be able to kill the burner though. He absolutely needs to get that kill on the horseman, otherwise he's in big trouble. Ideally, he would get this kill versus 60%, and he will level up this grunt. This is a really, really important fight. It's. I mean, if he dies, for example, from 2 out of 2 from the soothsayer, that's it. That's he can't come back from that. He needs the kill. That was an absolute must for him to stay in this game. So now he needs the kill on the horseman, and he gets it. So now he prevented again once more purple from leveling up his units, and as you can see here, 9 in terms of units killed, units lost, plus his leader is going back home to make some massive recruiting. These 2 units here are stuck behind enemy lines. There's nothing they can do. They can pillage some villages, sure, but then they will be eventually caught and killed. Drake is not the faction you want to be pillaging villages with and doing this kind of run-bys. It can be effective. It can prove to be effective, but level 2 in the making. Level 2. equal kills statistics and more or less equal villages. 13 out of 14, so it's not that bad, to be honest, for the blue and green team. And these two units are basically going to die after some time. Sure, they will cause a lot of commotion here, but on the long term, I believe that they will actually be feeding some green units, which will again be able to become level 2s and become a nuisance for these fights. Let's see here. Okay, he's going for that spearman. That was again an important kill, otherwise this archer would have been in danger. And cleaning up this battlefield must really hurt red. And now you see it's first watch, it will be second watch, and he will be stuck with 3 lizards that do absolutely nothing versus grunts. It would have been much better to recruit burners, fighters, clashers, anything but lizards. Lizards, they go, they attack from 40%, and then they die to a 2 out of 2 grunt. Okay, this spearman is again dead, and he will be okay, that is a desperation move. They realize here that they lost so much. That is a desperation move. Kills 9, losses 7. That is definitely a desperation move. It's working, so it's just unbelievable. He must have gone to the Pope himself and blessed this horseman before battle, simply because these horsemen, they never miss. It is unbelievable. These horsemen are keeping them in the game, and purple is just having absolutely he is just, I mean, he is an investor, right? He is the he has had this village for so long. It's just unbelievable. And elf, because they were fighting, and because purple was so cost efficient in terms of fighting, and also his 60% worked wonders throughout the fight, then elf was never able to just go here and grab his village back. So he is an absolute I think Germans call it Sparfuchs, right? He knows how to save money. He knows how to make money work for him. So yeah, purple absolutely shining, green absolutely shining. The only problem that I see here is that we have 2 level 2s on this side and none on this side. And level 2s in terms of Saurians, not that good. You saw how easy it was to lose that level 2 Saurian Augur. Anyway, see, nice pillaging here, so adding more, basically helping red reconstruct his army, and now he absolutely must recruit drakes, lawful drakes. No, what are you doing? More lizards. I don't understand this. I guess he wants to kill village units, but imagine this orcish warrior on a village. You'll never kill him, especially during the day. That is a really, oh god, I don't know if this is desperation or some kind of cheesy play. I just don't see mass Saurians working versus this army. I mean, he could send, for example, some elvish fighters once they catch wind of this, and I think they are already seeing it with this absolutely fantastic elvish rider. They will be able to see it quite soon if they haven't already. So once they catch wind of this, blue will just be able to send some elvish fighters this way, and that will be it. So plus it's time for him to recruit wowzers now. It's just wowzers are so good versus this. As you can see, elf is feeling the fact that they are quite strong on this side, and probably seeing these recruits, they realize if they deal with purple, Drake is not a menace anymore. These units can do absolutely nothing during the day and absolutely nothing during the night, simply because they are fighting versus grunts. So as long as they can kill purple, they are fine. So he is... I'm not sure what he's going to do here. I would personally grab this village because it's been ages. Okay, he's risking it. He's going to go for 2 bow hits. Okay. That is a risky play here with a level 2. I don't think it's worth it. He could push his units forward, sure. He could push his leader forward even. But I just don't think I think now he should just go in and slow this horseman. I mean, the shaman will die, but it's better than the level 2 dying. Yes, exactly. It's better than the level 2 dying at this point. So 1 hit point horseman. You know, that's... Oh, what is he doing? That is just an unnecessary risk. I'm guessing now he's saying, I made an absolute mistake by exposing the Elvish rider. I just want him to feel pressured into attacking anything except the Elvish rider. There is a 70% here trying to close the line and prevent him from getting to the Elvish rider, but he also wants to make sure the spearman doesn't attack. Now everything has to come forward, including the leader, and the new Elvish fighter has to be recruited. Elvish fighter and leader forward, yes, that's the only way. The way he played it now, that's the only way, and this kind of makes all this have some sense, right? So he could still use the horseman here on the Elvish shaman. Well, not quite. No, not anymore. He will simply have to protect this horseman, so he will have to go for the Elvish shaman, then use the heavy infantryman on this Elvish fighter. If he does feel inspired, he could go on 60%, attack the archer based on what happens, and then actually he should attack the archer from the hill as well. Based on what happens, then try to, well, I would basically attack the archer first and then take it from there. Let's see the recruits. Okay. Not too crazy recruits, just going for quantity, and quantity means he could also grab these villages, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these units will have to absolutely run away, and these grunts will come in their stead, and then more grunts will follow to advance. So I'm not sure here whether, I mean, he should just farm this spearman for experience. So I just don't understand. He could just play a bit around this spearman. He doesn't need to. But then again, what he could attack once with a Nagini fighter. I would. I mean, 2 hits from the Nagini fighter. This one will have 1 hit point, and then you have a guaranteed level orcish crossbowman. But I guess he's a bit frustrated, and he just wants to go for it. And now he has the Nagini fight. Wow. He has the orcish warrior and the Nagini fighter to cover him. So I would say orcish warrior here, and then Nagini fighter here, and that is GG, ladies and gentlemen. You can't come back from that. You can't come back from that. You can't come back from that. Absolutely insane. You see how quickly these lizards die, and now the Nagini fighter to even cover the level 2 if he feels so, because there will be three level 2s attacking you. He still won't die, so 3 level 2s won't be able to kill this orcish warrior, but could just, you know, cover his orcish warrior a bit, or at least go here, right? Well, I guess taking the village would also be a good move. Yeah, taking the village, he's willing to risk the level 2. He knows that if these go on 40% around him, he has more targets to attack. But from this perspective, he should come with this on this side to kind of put more pressure there. Yeah, he's actually doing it. Great. Well played there. 12-9. 7 out of 28. Good village. So he was able to counterbalance the fact that Drake is behind enemy lines with these villages in front. These units would have been so much more useful here. That's the problem with Drake. If you split your forces and do these commandos, it's not going to end up well. So let's see here. Again, attacking the archer, like I said initially, with absolutely everything he has. Yeah, I would just say use leader here on the Elvish shaman and just take it from there. Okay, so suddenly the Elvish shaman was a brilliant move, because now he Unbelievable, unbelievable. So suddenly the Elvish Shaman became a genius move simply because the shortcat swordsman didn't hit enough, and this heavy infantryman missed. Well, I guess he had his fair share of luck. Well, although now he was quite unlucky, minus 51%. He was quite unlucky. He has his fair share of luck with the spearman here, absolutely not ever dying. He should have gone for the fighter. I guess this is basically him giving up. I don't see why he would attack the Elvish rider instead of attacking the Elvish fighter. He should have attacked the Elvish fighter. It's funny how he still got the Elvish Shaman in the end, but this is a dead horseman. I don't. But he should have just gotten the Elvish fighter. That was a sure kill. Anyway. Okay, nice play here. Had he gotten one more kill, basically these units would have been able to go back, be in a decent position, make these units run around to form a box. So he would have gained some more time. Okay, now he's finally getting a chance to use his lizards, and he's going to. That's okay. It would have been painful to see also the Saurian skirmisher getting hit as well. So I guess, yeah, I guess it's for and against both players. The fact that no hits went in, it helps, and it helps both players, but it also hinders both players. I guess red is the one that is desperate for kills, is desperate for achieving a lot in a short time. The more time goes by, the worse his position becomes. I mean, look, 4 lizards, 5 lizards. He had no business recruiting 5 lizards. He could have had a decent army to deal with all this. Instead, he has these useless lizards. Again, he has been doing this all game. He has been attacking villaged spearmen all game long. Now he can just get this village and get the experience. So I guess it's no, he's not even doing that. I just don't know what these players are doing anymore. I guess he wants to make sure this one survives, and he's going to go back, which is fine as well. I'm just going to play the whole turn now. He's getting his villages back, and he's basically saying, look, this game is looking pretty good for us. So Orc is in a great position. He will just get these villages and then be fine. And Purple is not in such a great position. He needs to go back and recruit again. And it's going well. Why don't I just park my units in the villages and let Purple take some risks for a change? 1, 2, 3, 4. So those horsemen, they did a lot, but they are also very expensive. And you see that once they die, difficult to replace them. And I believe this will be the end of the game. He can just throw a grunt away. He doesn't really care at this point. Look at the village situation. So 8 plus 11, 19. That is an insane amount of villages. And his leader is back, being able to defend. He also has these level 2s to deal with dirty work at home, trying to regain these villages rather than wasting the time of level 1s. He's cost no upkeep. So well played there from... Okay, some cleanup there. But I think it's already too late. Sure, he can get this. He can do some experience management. Oh, that was a good hit there. That was a good hit, and suddenly they are fighting back. Somehow, some way, they are fighting back. Oh, that hurt. That must have hurt, and this must have hurt as well. So, 2 kills out of nowhere with the leader and with the augur, but now the augur is exposed. It would have been nice if he could have gotten the third kill, and it seems they are. I would like to say they are still in the game, but kill statistics are more or less equal, and Purple does need to go back and recruit, and he just has no units on the battlefield anymore. So I don't think they are. I'd love to say that, but they are not. You see, taking advantage of Day, just pushing his fighters forward. It's a nice luck there, though. Unbelievable. I mean, this fight has been absolute madness in terms of random number generator. So he almost fed his unit to the Saurian skirmisher. Here he missed 2 out of 2. He did the same previously, where he surrounded a spearman with elvish fighters and just took all the damage. He just doesn't want to recruit a mage or a wows for that matter. And this reckless attacking here, when Green cannot really support him. Green has to support him now. Green has to support him, otherwise Elf is in a world of hurt. He wouldn't even need to go. I don't know if that would not be a great play, but this one would. This one like this, and then this one could come here, because then there will be 2 units, and Red would have to split his focus. So let's see here. What is he doing here? He should have attacked the burner. Anyway, yeah. As you can see, these are very frail. He would just need to go back and defend. And now this one could go here and attack. Yes. And now one of these should go for the skirmisher. Okay, even stop, prevent the leader from getting to the orcish crossbowman. That is a great move here. He has units to spare. He can do this kind of plays. He could even come here with this orcish grunt, try to reduce movement. He needs the kill there. That was an important kill. He needed that kill. And that's good game. This basically seals the game. No matter what happens here, no matter how many units, I mean 1, 2, 3, 4 units, even if all these units kill 1 unit each, then it's still not good enough. So let's see here what Purple will do. So almost each and one of these units killed 1 unit each. This heavy infantryman failed, so losses kills here for Boy, and he probably needs. He definitely needs to do something with his leader. I would say retreat here on 40%. You know, but he needs to. If he wants to be in this game, he needs to retreat. He needs to, or perhaps go here on 40%. Yeah, that would be better, because in this way he would be able to attack the same target with the clasher. Although that would basically be a statement: I'm never coming back and recruiting. So let's see here. He kills the archer, grabs on the village. Very funny fights here. This Triglider is going to end up. I feel that blue has been unlucky. Okay. Okay, so the leader is going for the level 2 kill. He will be zone of control and kill here. This is going to be this small island here, or however you want to call it, will be Boy's grave. So there's no way he can do anything about this. Yeah, this is just lost. You see here, this one, he's not going to heal up. It's just so difficult to play lizards, and I would say it's only a matter of time, even if this one doesn't, even if this one levels up, which he doesn't. Unbelievable random number generator. So that has to be the signal that it's time for them to leave the game. This one has to be the signal. I expect them to. It was a great game. I did not expect I did not expect Hay and what's his name of his teammate? I always forget. I did not expect Hay and Trollo to win, ladies and gentlemen. I did not. And this is just, again, one more horseman, because why not? Is he actually going to? He's fighting. No, this. This has to end here, so I'm just going to. I will just play continuously. It's just no point at. This will never ever recruit. So I'll just play continuously until they concede. It's a bit unfortunate there, but there must be something wrong with that horseman. He did not get 2 out of 2. That's definitely something wrong. Oh my god. That was a funny miss. But I don't believe it matters, even if he would have survived. Yeah, he's not even attacking the leader. He's just waiting to be attacked at this point. Trying to help himself, but it's not going to matter. Yes, that has to be one of the last turns we are going to see. Fantastic game. This must be the end of the replay, right? Surely. Great. So, fantastic game. Both these teams, they took a lot of risks. 2 teams that I personally don't know. Again, I've heard about Shortcat and Boy, but never had the pleasure to play them. Absolutely incredible. I'm really happy I picked this at random. Quite refreshing. And let me know if you, ladies and gentlemen, liked it. If you'd like me to cast more 2v2 from this tournament, or if you're not particularly impressed, or whether you would like me to go back to the traditional 1v1 casting. Anyways, I hope you liked it, and I shall see you next time.